Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your 2018 overview reading. I am so excited for you to be here with me, and I hope you enjoy this reading. I think it's a pretty good mix of information, and I like to read in more like advice form as much as I can, so I hope you guys get some value out of it. Okay, and then also stay tuned at the end. I am offering a new service, so if you're interested, stay tuned for that, and I'll explain more. And then also, I am going to touch on romance briefly during this reading, but I am going to be offering 2018 romance readings via newsletter. So if you are interested in getting like a 2018 reading for that, then sign up for my newsletter. Okay, now we're going to start with Paulina Cassidy. Let's see what she has to say for Pisces in 2018. Transformation. Self-transformation is the evolving process of life that brings higher consciousness. Okay, so you're really going to be doing some work on yourself in a really beautiful way. You know, not in a, oh, you have so much to fix. It's just about, there's a lot of things that need to evolve in order for you to get the most out of this lifetime. And so, it's going to invite a lot of great things into your space if you're changing yourself for the better. And then what's an affirmation card we have for you? Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Right? So this is immediately what I was thinking in terms of self-transformation. You know, it really is an emotional journey to do that. Even if it's something superficial like weight loss, even that is deeply emotional. And so as you begin this transformation process, you know, the affirmation that you can take with you through this year is that these feelings and behaviors are like you asking yourself for help. That is not, I don't want you to interpret this card as like other people are calling you to help them. That's not what it is, even though I know a lot of Pisces do get recruited for that. This is about yourself. It's like if you're experiencing fear, it's you know, your body is saying, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. Okay. And then don't forget, these are by quarters, but it's still pretty fluid. So we shall see what comes up. All right, so for the core of your spread, this is you in 2018, the Hermit. See, you're doing a lot of work though. So even though this is, you know, introspective and kind of taking a step back, you're doing a ton of work behind the scenes. You have a lot of work going on behind the scenes. So don't be hard on yourself, because you do need this. You do need this Hermit period. You need this year to take care of yourself and solve anything that needs to be transformed this year. And so it's going to require a lot of energy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is going to, it's a process. It's a process. That's all I can say about it. Let's take a look at your health, but we're going to come back to this card as we go along, because these messages are going to tie into what's going on here with you. Now, your health, we have 8 of coins. It looks like you really can make things come together. So if you have a a chronic illness, autoimmunity, anything that requires like constant management. It really is about incorporating a lot of different elements, making sure that you're bringing everything together. So it does require a great deal of effort, but it's one of those things that it will come together. So take this as the positive omen that you're able to make it happen, even if it's not linear or rapid or whatever. This is a process, and it does require patience as well as being gentle with yourself. Okay. Now this is, what are you creating in 2018? Rest and more rest. This is the state that you're in as you're transforming. So the Seven of Swords in this deck looks like rest and problem solving. So it's kind of like you need the downtime in order to get the inspiration and the insight in order for you to move through the world in a more vibrant way, in a healthier, happier way. So you're going to have to go through this process. Don't let it defeat you or bog you down too much. Just honor that this is where you're at. And so for creating, you're creating the space and time and resources to heal. Let me say that again. You're creating the space and time and resources to heal yourself, whatever that looks like. If it's physical, if it's mental, if it's emotional, whatever it is, you're going to get there. Okay, what is the core lesson of 2018? Daughter of Wands. So this is how you can, I'm going to clarify this actually. Because there's something else going on here that I'm not getting from the card. Core lesson for Pisces 2018. Wheel of Fortune. So this is being able to cope with unpredictability, being able to, it is about the balance and figuring out how are you going to invite healthy transformation. How are you going to be open to things happening in ways that you weren't expecting? It's about learning to maintain your energy despite the random things that happen. So it's, the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of people are like, oh, good things coming in. So when you think about that, it's about your ability to receive and collect and keep your energy at a vibration where you're able to hold on to the things that you manifest. i.e., people who win the lottery and are like, have never managed money, it's, or like been able to hold on to financial abundance in the past. It's really challenging to hold on to such a huge manifestation. You're bound to hit an upper limit problem and, lose it all. And so this is the same idea, is like, are you getting the support and the resources to hold on to the manifestations that are coming into your life? That is the lesson that's happening here for 2018. What area of your life needs balance? Four of Wands. So this is more of the home and hearth, lovey-dovey, spending time with people that you care about, family values, bringing things together, nesting. That is something that it's wise for you to spend time doing that, especially if you feel really sensitive, if you feel the need for more rest, and if you're feeling really tired and depleted. Make sure that you are creating a space that you enjoy being at home. Give yourself the gift of enjoying a space to decompress when you are home, and a healing space for yourself. Okay, now we have your spiritual lesson for 2018. We have 5 of Coins. I'm going to clarify this one too. It's interesting. This reading is like, oh, but that's not all. This is kind of elusive. This is the only one that's looked that way. King of Swords. Okay. Hold on, I'm listening. Hold on. Right. Okay. So this, once I was like listening to the cards, like, okay, what are you telling me right now? This is old. This is say hello to your old spiritual self. Hi, self. Okay. This thing, this level of disappointment, grief, heartache, what is being reflected through this card is feelings of disappointment. Now, the King of Swords is about healing that old self, that old belief, that old pattern. The King of Swords is kind of this, the archetype of the independent thinker, the MacGyver, being able to find solutions that, maybe you didn't see any before, but now you do, illuminating the ways in which you can be healed. And so the spiritual suffering that you've endured in the past is now getting a creative solution, and you have this huge transformative thing happening in your spiritual self. So this is, I like seeing this because it's about the lesson. It's about the lesson of coming out of this space, being the disappointed, broken and bruised rose, to actually shifting out of that and being able to hold on to the things that you manifest. It's like, that's what you're going to learn this year. Okay, this is what you need to allow yourself more of. So like raising your permission level to, holy moly, there have been so many videos where I've pulled this. So apparently people are struggling with the unknown in 2018, not having all the answers. Give yourself permission to not know. You don't know. The unknown is scary or whatever. It can be. So it's really about keeping the faith that things are going to go well, because you can look at this like, oh, good things are coming into my life. And as long as you're able to hold that perspective, then that will become reality. But it's about how we handle the hiccups and speed bumps that really count. So if you confront a setback, don't let that derail you into, just automatically assuming that the next things that happen are going to be, death and tragedy. That's not, we don't need to go there. So the more you can practice surrendering and letting go of the expectations and rigid thoughts of things needing to be a certain way, the easier 2018 is going to be for you. So let the good things come in. Allow the transformation to happen so that you can hold on to all these wonderful things that you're manifesting. For your love life in 2018, Mother of Wands. Okay, so this is you being a little bit more reserved, but it's like you're, gosh, I want to clarify this one too, because it's like there's something here about maturity, or like you're like at the final step in this whole process about healing something in partnership, and so you're kind of giving it the side eye, like, okay, I trust you, but I'm a little bit tentative. I'm still gonna like hold on to all these eggs and be a little bit more reserved, but let me see what else is coming through for this. Six of Cups. Soulmate, right? Okay, so that we pull a soulmate card. I'll take it. Now, what I'm getting, bear with me. It looks like there's some hesitation and some, I don't know about you. I don't know if I fully trust this, right? But the Six of Cups, it's like the reason why we got this card in particular is like, nope, it totally is believable. You're able to manifest all this wonderful stuff. But it's about being able to receive it. And so if your attitude in your love life is really suspicious and nervous and kind of apprehensive, that's okay. Even if you're in partnership already and some of those feelings come up from time to time about distrust and fear, these are normal human things that we go through. Okay, so let's see what's transforming for Pisces in 2018. Death. Transformation of transformation. Okay, so this, what I can say, broad stroke, because of the card that we had up here, anything that you decide you want to get rid of and you want to change, do it now. Do it this year. This is the year where you're going to be able to trim the fat. I think that 2019, just from the way I'm reading this, I'm like, ooh, it looks like you're building something. You need to purge all this, get rid of this disappointment, 5 of coins, this, any type of fear, anxiety, setbacks, all of this stuff. Take time to be the hermit, rest, take care of yourself, take care of your body and your mind, and work on your worthiness, your ability to receive, and anything that gets in your way, let it die. Let it die. Negative thought forms, let it die. Shitty friends, let them go. It's clean house, clean it out. Anything that is causing you pain, get rid of it. And the outcome for 2018, Son of Swords. Okay, so now by the end of next year, you're going to have that you're going to have more energy to give, to push forward. This is you can just even see in that card how there's this sense of motion, whereas with the Hermit, it's completely still. So that's where we're seeing the contrast of you have a lot of stuff that's all coming to a head. And this is stuff you already know what this is. You already know what I'm talking about. This thing that I'm reflecting to you in terms of these belief systems or this, the things that are getting in your way that need to be healed. You have to do that and take care of that because it's bogging you down. It's really holding you back and it's preventing you from reaching your full potential. You just have to do the work first and honor that, and then you're going to feel like light years better. Okay, now we'll do the timeline. I'm going to pull a money card, like the Angels of Abundance card. One for the first quarter. Attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of fear is underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Okay, so that's another great stick of advice for all areas. That's true for love relationships. That's true for money. That's true for a new job. That's true for most things. It's but it is a delicate balance between, well, where do you take action and where do you, what's the line between taking action and chasing? That's, I can't answer that in this video. It's something that you're going to have to play with. Okay, so the growth period for the first quarter, we have loudspeaker. So this is you really kind of being on fire. You're getting a lot done. You're connecting with a lot of people, speaking from some type of platform or kind of being called on for more advice to do projects at work. It's kind of like with loudspeaker, you're in high demand. So you look kind of like popular, if that makes sense, in the first quarter. And then we also have 5 of Swords. So this is where all the healing stuff is going to happen if you're dealing with old patterns of heartbreak, abandonment, anything like that. This 5 of Swords is like the interpretation that I really like for the 5 of Swords because of how it's how it's depicted in more of the traditional looking decks, is that it's like walking away from a battle. And so in your love life, this could be a person that you're like finally like walking away from some really heavy conflict, or this could also be you walking away from baggage and pain and all of the internal conflict that you've been dealing with. So it's either one of those, you're going to have some sense of resolution there. Second quarter, deservingness. You are beloved. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Okay, so this is like where we see the esteem portion come up. So as you're doing this healing work, you're going to feel a lot of, it's intense, it's painful, it's uncomfortable. And as you go through that, it's going to be about rebuilding this sense of worthiness, deservingness, and esteem. Your growth period is feeling and form. So this is, again, where you're kind of differentiating what's old news, what's stuff that, was serving me in the past, and what's just creating roadblocks for me now. So it's being able to decipher those two things. Okay, and then in your love life, we have Knight of Swords. So this just looks like, having, it could be a Knight of Swords, so it could be an air sign, yeah, it could be a reference to that, or it could be, a situation where you just kind of get this kind of inspired action, like, oh, we're gonna start doing a date night once a week, or we're gonna go on a vacation together for the first time, or it's just like you're ready to shake things up a little bit and make it more playful. So this looks good. It just looks fun. I think Scorpio got something similar where it just looks playful. The first quarter looks really intense. It looks like there's a lot of healing, there's a lot of resolution, and then it kind of calms down during the second quarter. Then the third quarter, we have Dreams of Abundance. I don't like the caption on this, but you're welcome to pause it and read it if you want. But really, the piece of advice that I give for this is if there's a download you want to receive from the astral, I recommend just asking the question before you go to bed and trusting that you're going to get the download, the necessary information while you're asleep, whether or not you bring it into like your lucid memory. You just have to trust that you get the download if you need. That would be my biggest piece of advice, because not everyone brings dreams all the way through. It can take a lot of energy to remember dreams once you get back into Earth time. Your growth period is mentor. So this is either you taking on the mentorship role or coming into finding a new mentor. I'm getting that really strongly, like there's another person who kind of makes themselves known and is a really great mentor for you. And then in your romantic life, we have the Chariot. So this is another soulmate card. More of a, I'm not going to say fated relationship because I don't actually agree with that. It's rather the intensity of things moving forward. It really heats up during this third quarter. So if you're looking for partnership, this is either you finding the right person. I would bet on it being third quarter, or this is you feeling really prepared, ready, and healed to welcome partnership. So one of those two, if you're not currently coupled. If you are coupled, then I would say this is about moving forward and leveling up the relationship. So moving in together, a proposal, meeting each other's parents. I was going to jokingly say write a will. If that's something that is a level up for you, like things are getting real, you're having kids now, it's kind of like doing the logistical stuff to move the relationship forward. And so there's like a push in love. Like there's totally a forward movement. We're going to make things happen. Now, again, I'm not going too much into love in this reading, but sign up for my newsletter if you want like the whole enchilada, like the big love reading. And those are going to be sent out, like third week in December I'm shooting for. So you still have time to sign up. Okay, fourth quarter, gratitude list, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. You already know, if you've been on my channel long enough, you know that I'm like totally about gratitude. I'm all about it. Every blessing that you can count, it's like it helps with manifestation so much, I can't even tell you. So yes, gratitude, especially since it's the fourth quarter, if you're in the northern hemisphere or wherever, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, family holidays start to come up. So it's like you're constantly getting reminders of gratitude as you sink into the fourth quarter of the year. Your growth period, we have base chakra. See, there's healing in the root, in the base, where you're developing your resources, your family connections, your root chakra relationships. So the relationships with your parents specifically, the partners that you have, it's all about that family environment getting healing, and your home base is getting healing as well. Remember, create an environment that you like as much as you can. Even if you don't have that many resources, that's not really the point, because it could be as simple as rearranging your furniture or decluttering your closet. Like, just make your space more comfortable. Make your bed every morning. Whatever it is that will make you feel more homey. And then we have Knave of Wands. Okay, so this is someone with a lot of energy who's coming in and is just able to kind of ignite that passion. So if you're coupled, this is just an infusion of energy. If you're not coupled, then this could be a fire sign coming in, or someone who's really bold. It just, again, it looks fun. It looks like you really see a push of seriousness or like commitment or clarity with whatever phase you're in partnership. That happens third quarter, and then you kind of chill out fourth quarter. And I have my mermaid cards out. I'm using my mermaid cards for all the water signs, so I hope you enjoy them. Also, as usual, if you're wondering about what decks I'm using, they're all in the description box. I think I get like 500 comments. What cards are you using? What cards are you using? I always include them. Unless I don't know the name of it, then sometimes there might be one missing. Okay. So, go ahead. Pick your card, ask a question. Card number 1, the World. So we have cycles, the resolution of something, like wrapping up the loose ends or something that's being finalized. It's just, or the other piece of this is like wrapping up all the logistics as well. Okay, card number 2, we have Judgment. So, making decisions about what you want, getting clarity. and really identifying the things that you want to change and what you want to make happen for yourself. So it's just about identifying and executing with the Judgment card. Okay, and card number 3, we have 4 of Swords, so make sure that you're taking time to rest. This is like doubly important if you chose this card. Now there's nothing else that's coming from this other than go back if you need to and listen to like this part of the reading again, where I talk about, you know, the Hermit, the 8 of Coins, and the 7 of Swords, that stuff. It's kind of like really let that message sink in, because that's what you needed to take away from this reading. If anything, if nothing else resonates, the rest piece is really what you need to focus on this year if you chose card number 3. Now, I am so excited to offer this to you guys. If you've been wanting to work with me, I am now offering tarot spreads that get sent to your email. So it's, you know, similar to this, except I only use one deck, and you can choose from a Celtic cross. I have 2 love readings, one if you're single, one if you're coupled. And then I have like a general overview reading. So I'm giving you guys some options. You can choose a time frame. It's all good stuff. So if you're interested in that, it's a lower cost option for working with me because I do a voice recording and you get photos. It's not a video. These files would be way too big to do that. So, yes, if you're interested in that, I've added a 3rd option for working with me. So treat yourself. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. You know, do something nice for yourself if you've been wanting to work with me. And yeah, all the other links are in the description box as well. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want a single question reading, if you want to follow me on Facebook and Instagram and get more content from me, go follow me on all those places. And I believe that's it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this reading, and I am so grateful for all of you, and I hope you have a fabulous 2018. Bye.